Alright everyone, hello! We are back. Hopefully this music isn't too loud. I'm gonna turn this down a bit, because it's a bit loud in my ears. Hello everybody! We are back. And also, I don't know if you're here, but thank you Glitch for the follow. That popped up while I was setting up stream. Totally jump scared me. I thought I accidentally went live early. But thank you for the follow. Let's take a look. Just gotta set up these last few things. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and continue where we last left off. The second main game discussion. Right, clout 80%. What am I doing? Hindrance. Hana's in a hindrance. Later in the training phase, did seem like she was acting alone. Can't say much about Kana's other actions. Okay. Right, I have to inspire Kana's heart. Do I have to click? Yeah, I gotta click. Okay. Yes. Kana, are you fine with him just saying that? It's fine, you can get mad. Let what's in your heart come right out. She isn't a hindrance at all. Sue's just saying mean things because he can do hacking, but wasn't Kana the one who did hacking first? Eh? Ah. Hold your horses, how do you mean that? You never make yourself clear. Speak in a little more detail if you can. Okay. Progress is good. Kana did some hacking way before Sue did any of his hacking. Or what kind of hacking was it? I figured out a password, breaking into someone else's things. That's called hacking, right? Does this mean Kana's adept with computers too? You can't solve something like that hacking. Don't misuse words you only just learned. Alright, Sarah, let's advance the discussions like this. Yes. Extract statements to expand the discussion. Present items to use them as evidence or have statements to duke it out to find discrepancies. Alright. I figured out a password, breaking into someone else's things. That's called hacking, right? So I'd been fretting about it since yesterday. He was going, I don't know the password, taking his beanie off and putting it on. Suddenly I looked at Sue's hands and was struck by how clean he kept them, even in these circumstances. And then I had an epiphany. There might be traces from the password being typed. So I figured out the password from finger marks left on the keys. It's really concerning. We don't have much time for discussion. Then how about you explain everything for yourself, Sue? I am explaining what a useless girl Kana is. Okay. Does this mean Kana's adept with computers too? I heard they taught programming in middle school now, but to think they even teach hacking, I'm pretty sure they don't. But what password could it have been? When I heard that, I could only think of the password to start up the laptop. Okay. Maybe conflict? Okay. Kana, could it be that you didn't use the laptop to hack, but rather you solved the password for the laptop itself? Yes. Before the laptop was handed to Sue, I was the last one to enter the password, and my fingers left marks, little bits of dirt when I pressed the keys. When did you solve the password? It was before the trading phase began. Hold on a sec. Don't you think that sounds funny, Sarah? I don't think she had the laptop before the trading phase. Because we thought Sue shared the laptop so we could learn the password from us. And you peeked inside before sharing the laptop with everyone. Yes. Then there was no reason to join forces. That's wrong. Sue wanted an opportunity to reconcile with everyone. Kana, sorry to say it, but there was another reason. Eh? Why did Sue... So look in the Sarah folder on the laptop. Yep, that's gotta be it. The Sarah folder had a separate password, which was the name of Sarah's mother. You gotta be kidding. Sue, you accepted my deal without saying nothing about this? What of it? Why you... Hold on a sec. What deal is this? Don't sweat it. It's just between us. I don't think so. I thought it was strange from the get-go, but it does seem there was a deal going on behind the sharing of laptop. I'll have you tell us everything about this suspicious deal. I went to Sue and I'm surprised. Katara said he would give me his tokens in exchange. Hold on. What did he say? I went to Sue and asked him to share the laptop. Okay. The two talked to each other, separated by Sue's bedroom door. Kana heard it too. Okay. I mean, I had a responsibility, you know? When token gathering in the sub-game started, I gathered more tokens than anybody to survive. Even the laptop I'd managed to get my hands on, I handed it over in exchange for Sue's tokens. I was possessed by the need for tokens back then. You hear? Is that really the only reason? Obviously. You think Sue blackmailed me or something? There ain't nothing. Sue said that's not a bad deal, and he also said maybe we'll reconcile, so Connie got really happy. I didn't intend to hear him out, but Katara was so serious I couldn't just turn him down, and it turned out to be a good trade. Don't give me that scary look. You benefited from getting to see the laptop for free, right, Miss Sarah? Right. So... Aha! I do think he blackmailed you. This is it. Katara, was there really no opportunity for blackmail? What you saying? We acquired a certain video, footage from the first floor security cameras. I didn't know there was such a thing. It was all clearly pictured, Katara placing the roll cards. And Sue seeing him doing it. If this isn't blackmail material, what is? No way. Katara was the one who placed the cards? Muscle Gorilla was a traitor? Was there some other circumstance? Ironically, it's because of my improved intuition that I don't really understand. How could someone like Katara be a traitor? Why would you do a thing like that? Where'd you get the cards, Katara? Security cameras? What do you mean? We should have searched every inch of the first floor. Did anybody find any security cameras? Didn't find any. Sure, we didn't directly find any cameras, but they must have had hidden cameras concealed in places we didn't see. You were caught on camera. That's the only proof we need. Must be a puppet show. Huh? If you think about it, we've been getting tricked left and right. A fake reco, a fake Mishima AI. The kidnappers can move around fakes of us whenever and however they like. You mean... Looks like you got tricked, Sarah. Script by the kidnappers, actors are fakes. You fell for a fake movie they put on by dolls. I don't know what you guys saw, but it was all a trap, I tell you. Learn your lesson. Talk about a disadvantage. Preparing fakes to trick us with a stellar move by our enemies, huh? And can't take Katara lightly either. Looks like you've been talked down for once, Miss Sarah. Anyway, I told you about the deal between me and Sue. I mean, after we all looked at the laptop, I was passed out the whole time. It's gotta be someone more suspicious than me. Hold on, why'd you pass out in the room of Audible in the first place, Katara? Well, I don't remember. No way. It's true. Got no memory from the moment I entered that room. When I woke up, it was the main game. Now that's a rude awakening. So surely someone else knocked him out. Then we should find who did it. They've gotta be a villain. Last time I saw Katara healthy, wasn't it when we were looking at the laptop? Then the sacrifice was passed to me. I started to panic and ran off to get tokens. Right, I didn't see Katara after that. If I can determine everyone's actions at the same time. Interesting. Why don't we all give our alibis at that time? Okay. When we shared the laptop, there was 6 of us in the lobby. Me, Sue, Kana, Sarah, Kiji, and Alice. Sarah Chiduin. We continued to look at the laptop after you took off running, though there wasn't much. After we were done looking at it, Kana went to deliver the laptop to Sue. Your friendly policeman stayed in the lobby for a little while. I wasn't feeling well and ran to the bathroom. I talked with Miss Now on the way back. Right. I talked to Sue about our plan to hack the fake Professor Mishima. I was searching the pitch-black first floor, meow. Okay. You stayed in the lobby, right? People came by the lobby now and then so I can verify their alibis. Okay. After the sound of the train and you leaving, I went back to searching too. After talking to Kiji in the lobby, I went to the room of rubble and lost consciousness. Want to say I couldn't move all of a sudden and bumped my head on the wall. Okay. Sue was talking with Now in the ruined corridor. About what? Sorry, Kana just gave Sue the laptop and left right away, so... She was worried about Sarah, so Kana went looking around for her alone. Specifically, we talked about our hacking plan. Kana came to deliver the laptop during our chat. I thought about having Kana join the plan, but she promptly went off elsewhere. That's my alibi, pretty much. Hi, thank you, Scott, for the follow. Pretty amazing it could knock out Kataro. Stun guns are dangerous stuff. Hey. You don't know that. You know the weapon used well, Sue. Huh? I quietly took the stun gun from the scene. Only Jin and I knew that Katara was attacked with a stun gun. The only other person who could know is the culprit. A most unexpected slip-up. Sue Hiyori used a stun gun to knock out Kubataro Hamburger out. Yes, it was you. I give. You found me out so easily. Sue? Sorry. I didn't want anyone getting in the way of the hacking plan we were preparing. When he suddenly entered the room, I went and used it without even thinking. Where'd you find a dangerous thing like that? Can't seem to recall. Something feels off. You really have to be at your wit's end to use a single-use stun gun. Was there something more going on between Katara and Sue? That's enough. Just knowing who the culprit was is enough. That can't. Might be pointless to push any further. Sue's got no intention of explaining himself. Now we should spare time for someone else. Indeed. Only now do we have the time to suspect each other. Even if it's hard to say, we have to say it. You mean doubting so we can trust? That's right. Be brave and talk, everyone. Let's discuss if there's anyone besides Sue who's acted suspicious. If I have to say something, now Egokaro's actions had me wondering a bit. She was in the room of lies for quite a while. There's this video I've been curious about, so there's certain someone I suspect a little. Actually, while I was searching the dark first floor, I saw a weird video. Pretty curious about Jin's actions. Why'd he know how to get to the first floor? Okay. There's a guy with glasses and something like an axe swung in his head. Then he said Big Sis Sarah's name. You can't beat that video? Of course I don't suspect you or anything. I got scared and left the room right away, but I'm pretty sure that was a victim video. Actually, there's this video. When I first watched it, I was too scared to look. So I used the fake Professor Mishima's monitor to play it again. What sort of video was this? Well, it's possible it was just faked, so I don't want to say anything irresponsible. I won't know unless you tell me. Well, it's that video I watched with you before, Sarah. Right. Him noticing a secret door just by searching the room of rubble had me tilting my head a bit. You need a better nose than a police dog to do that. Just as a reminder, Jin's a human. Right. Okay. So... yeah. Guess we have to focus on this one. Now, you're talking about this victim video, are you? Ah, the one I dropped. Yes, that's exactly right. There was a woman tied up by chains, and this terrifying device started up. And just like that, the woman died. And then a man in front, laughing from behind, he looked like the policeman. To me, it looked like he left the woman to die. Huh, a shocking story. But it could always be a forgery. Why don't we ask? Keiji, is that video real, or do you deny it? I'm doubting you so that we can believe you. I want to know the truth. Miss Sarah, it'll look like it'll be fast if you press the issue. I'm sure even Keiji will open his mouth for dear Miss Sarah. Expose the true colors you've been hidden for so long. I'm counting on you. Okay. I didn't want to fight you, Sarah, but well. Okay. No, I wonder about that. Oh. That was good. Okay. There's no mistake, Keiji, so I see. You were in it. My face and full body? Well, it's just the back of your head, but... okay. It's not strange at all. That was that, this is this. Believing. Okay. You're a policeman too, Keiji. Is this just a coincidence? Of course not. Alright, fine. The video is real. The victim video that now saw, and it was also my first trial. The woman's name was Megumi Sasahara. She was my boss. You knew each other? She's a benefactor I owe quite a bit of work. I'll never forget it. I owed her the worst kind of debt. Left her to die. But I killed her, Megumi. Mr. Policeman, get a hold of yourself. Sorry for keeping quiet, everyone. Truth is, your friendly policeman's not a policeman anymore. If I won that argument, maybe I could have heard more. Dang it, I didn't save beforehand, too. If you vote for me, I won't complain. Now, everyone, speaking of voting, I think it's about time to decide who you'll vote for and which four should enter the final vote. No way, that was way too quick. Well, you need time to work out the card trades this time, you see. Precisely, choosing a victim without a satisfactory discussion is not an outcome we desire either. Then what do? Kotaro, Sue, Keiji, I can't outrightly say you're not suspicious. Hold up, don't we need one more person though? Troubling, huh? If it's down to 3 options, it'll make our choices that much narrower. We gotta suspect someone again? Then maybe it's better to think of who to leave out from the final vote. Yeah, that's a good idea. Really? If you aren't chosen in the preliminary vote and are dropped out because you can no longer be chosen, there's no need to lie anymore. Indeed, that could be our greatest ally. Of course, if you're the sacrifice, it works against you. Got it. Let's talk about who we want to leave out. I'm not the sacrifice anymore, I don't think. I think Big Sis Sarah should be left out, because she's super dependable for reasoning. We should leave out someone with lots of tokens, like Kotaro. How about we leave out Jin, since he doesn't have any tokens? It shouldn't be selecting Kin or Kana. Jin or Kana, sacrificing's a kid, no good at all. Sue should be left out. He did say he had the sacrifice at the start. I have to say, I'd be glad if Sarah was left out. Right, if we're leaving someone out, I think I'd say Miss Sarah too. Okay. I ain't trying to look like a good person. I just feel like once we lose our sensibilities, we're gonna turn into demons. If it's gonna come to that, then pick me, Miss Sarah. My My reason? Because you're the one I want to live most, no matter what. And also I swore to protect Big Sis Sarah. I believe in you. Okay. Sue shouldn't be left out. He did say he had the sacrifice card. His suspicious actions have had a purpose. By earning hate and losing trust, he's been gathering votes toward himself. So it's best we simply leave him out and have him sit in the corner of the room. If he's a sacrifice, he can vote twice for himself, though, so he'll end up being selected. Indeed? Oh, how nasty. Right. Okay. What did you think I was gonna say? When our escape failed, I looked at you and had a thought. She's acting kinda strange. You had this separate look, as if you had the sacrifice. And on top of that, last-minute trade after our escape failed. Just a tad suspicious, isn't it? I want to know the truth about you, Miss Sarah. We should leave out some with lots of tokens. There's been a bunch of card trading this time. It's possible that Kotaro, with all his tokens, was involved at least one trade. And by giving his tokens to Sue, the subject could really influence the decision. Okay. Listen, the best person to leave out is someone who's very likely to have the sacrifice. If the sacrifice comes around to you, you can trade it away if you have tokens. But Jin had 0 tokens. If Jin had the sacrifice even once, he wouldn't be able to trade it. Right. I don't know. Oh, wait. Hang on. Kotaro, is something the matter? There being a trade just before the main game. Is that true? Yeah. Which means, yeah, just maybe, I figured out who's got the sacrifice. Kotaro. I know. Everybody listen up. I'm the Keymaster. Eh? Yeah, I'm daring to say it before voting. What's this all of a sudden? I can't tell where you're going with this. You would say that, huh, Miss Sarah? I'm sorry for taking the Keymaster from you. The sacrifice card you got sent was mine, Sarah. And you've still got the sacrifice now, ain't that right? I absolutely don't have the sacrifice, so relax, everyone. Huh? Well, just nobody vote for Miss Sarah, and that'll be fine. If nobody votes, she becomes a candidate. That proves she's a sacrifice with a double vote. I would like that, but it's about time she proceeds with the vote. Can we decide on such a important vote with so much still unclear? We can't sort it out in such a short time. What do we do? One of these candidates are going to end up the victim, remember? We really should discuss some more. You don't know how. You don't know when to give up. Time is up. Please select the 4 who will remain for the final vote. Oh no. Shoot, okay. Sue. He's just so... Or him. He's been more helpful. I feel like he has his reasons, question mark? But Sue's just been so suspicious all the time. First vote is over. Sarah, it's just like I said. I'm not the sacrifice, I'm a commoner. 4 will advance to the final vote. Sue Hiyori. Kana Kazuchi. Kiji Shinogi. And now Igokoro. This isn't right. Lift your heads up. We've always done what we had to do. No matter how cruel it is, you can't stop. Kana, we're not your enemies. Even if someone is the sacrifice, we move in the same direction. We talk and we advance the discussion. Sarah, right you are. The real battle begins here. Alright, first it's time for those of us who weren't picked to guide the discussion. Incidentally, I am a commoner. Be at ease. Muscle Gorilla, it's not the time to shrivel up. Let's remember the card trade's in order. Yeah. Okay. Now, please grasp your fate with your own hands. May you not all perish. Now we'll have an in-depth discussion on the card trades, understood? Stripey, leave us to us. Okay. There are 4 trades made in total. There ain't that many. By the way, I've been a commoner the whole way. Didn't get traded it with even once. Trading cards require 50 tokens. It's not as if just anyone could do it. Okay. Honestly, it's all a mess in my head. Glad we got given more time to sort it out. Token ranking, as I call, put Kubataro Hamburger in first and Jin Ibushi in last. Now, Agakoro was also low ranking. Of the 4 candidates, I suppose Now is the only one who lacked tokens to make a trade. My heart was pounding when I got past the bad card, but my roll didn't change up to the very end. I made it through all 5 trades. Okay. Wait, what? Let's pit you against each other. What? Okay. Maybe an item? Oh, 5. Muscle Gorilla, that's wrong. What? There were 5 trades. 5? Wait, by my memory there were 3 trades, and then I heard there was one just before the main game. Ah, I get it. You must have understood. There were 2 trades while you were out. What? That didn't make no sense. That's our line. Sorry, but nobody's given me an explanation. Well, that's on us. Kutaro Hamburger. When was it that you passed Sarah to win the sacrifice card? In fact, did you have sacrifice to start? Nah, that ain't it. The first card I had was commoner. I get it. That tells me most of the trades. What? I don't have a clue. Why is that? Because your friendly policeman was the first trade. I gave Sarah the Keymaster. At first, I was a commoner. I deepened our trust doing it. Let's do a little sort out. In the first trade, I passed Keymaster into Sarah's hands. Okay. Considering the order of things, someone's sacrifice was swapped with Kataro's commoner. Okay. Wait, let me write this down. Notes. Alright. So... Kiji to Sarah, Keymaster. Okay. We don't know who. To Kataro. Sacrifice. then the third trade. Okay. And then the third trade is Sarah Kitaro. Which is okay. You have an obligation to properly explain what's the third trade. Okay. Right, so let's just keep track of everyone's cards right now. So, KG should now be a commoner. At this point, Kitaro should be the keymaster. Sarah is the sacrifice. Someone else is commoner. Jin. Commoner. No trades. Let me just check. I should tell you the third trade occurred when everyone was sharing the laptop. Okay. Okay, no, I don't know. I was doing all this stuff by myself. I wanted to see the laptop. What stuff to do exactly? It's not relevant right now. Okay. Remembering the photo on the laptop still makes my heart quake, but what's important now is the card trade. In the end, it's mutual betrayal. Despite being right there, he had to give sacrifice to you. Okay. Why don't you deny it? What? I mean, you need a ring-up box to trade. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he be hiding? Oh, we gotta touch his heart. It's getting faster. Woo. Going well. Ah, there we go. Be as silent as you want, it's no use. Alright, spit it all out, Kitaro. I meant to cooperate with Sarah with everyone, but I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic, a pathetic adult. The third trade, my sacrifice being sent to Sarah, it wasn't me. It was Sue's doing. Say what? I don't know what you're talking about. Sue knew. He knew I had the sacrifice. What? When everyone was sharing the laptop, Sue wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to use a ring-up box to trade my sacrifice and Kara's keymaster. Wait a second. He chose 2 other people and made them trade? You can do that? Must be possible. So you can say that with confidence. Sue, isn't it about time you confess? Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop. Such a deeply suspicious individual, Kiji. How about I hear the truth come from your mouth? About what? Firm, correct ones, or deny? Tara couldn't do the third trade. Question is, how do you know the sacrifice? Precisely, you saw it directly. Kataro's intent was to negotiate with Sue, and as a condition for his trade, he sold Sue his sacrifice card. Of course I wasn't watching. How did Sue react to Kataro's position? Right, you probably invited him in to talk. You do know Kotaro despises me quite a bit. So would I really throw a caution to the wind and open the door for him? Okay. Kotaro could have taken the laptop from him before. Sue couldn't let him in the room, no questions asked. That's it. That's what Kotaro did to propose his deal. Sue must have been fairly wary of Kotaro, who could best him using force, so Kotaro informed him that he was the sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him his tablet. So you had yet another objective on top of the tokens in the Sarah folder, to control the sacrifice as you wanted. You got it. After the second trade, me and Kana were working on the escape plan. Then I heard Kotaro through the door. "Want to make a deal?" he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slid the tablet under the door. There I saw it. Sacrifice. How brave of him to go as far as upping up info just so I'd share the laptop. What do you know? Sarah, you saw that first floor security footage, right? Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was one absurd trial, I'll tell you. They told me set up the props used for death game. Then it's true, you set up the cards? Yeah, of course I didn't know what they meant yet. Once I found out, I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the sage card, I just placed it random. That's why I wanted at least to get Kai's laptop back one more time. Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens. That's enough for 2 trades. But you left yourself enough for 1 trade. How cunning, pretending to risk your life but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. Say again? All told, you left yourself an escape route. Because you were in a pickle, you could pass yourself the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first and send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the third trade? I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. But you went above and beyond my expectations. The fourth trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? What do you mean by that? I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? I didn't have tokens. No tokens, that's hard to believe. Quiet, loner. I was with Big Sis Sarah during the fourth trade. So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then. Well then, it must have been an ally who did it for you. KG, if you took the sacrifice from Miss Sarah, didn't you? It's very simple. 2 of them were accomplices. Miss Sarah and Kiji performed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game by way of sacrifice. They schemed to escape by working together and having Kiji win the vote. I suspect the 5th trade was followed by Miss Sarah and Kiji making a bluff. They just picked 2 random commoners to have a trade. Are you saying Kiji Shinogi has the sacrifice? That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the 5th trade. So spouting nonsense to lead everyone by the noise. If my reasoning is correct, Kiji is the sacrifice, and the sage is now, perhaps? I'm the sage? Yep, so it may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time. Wait a second, at the start you said you were the sacrifice. Yep, that was a lie. I'm a commoner. No way, then wouldn't you be in the same boat as me? Huh, I see. I guess choosing anybody but Kiji is the same in the end. Let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable. Sue, enough. It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Here's a friendly little police report. I long since used up all my tokens. And you want me to believe that? Sue, you're just dying to say I ended up as being the sacrifice, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm the Keymaster. Huh? What are you saying? The Keymaster is Kataro, though. Looks like we got him good. My real role is Sage. Kataro's the Sage? Ridiculous, that's impossible. It's possible, alright, and as the Sage I make an announcement. Kiji's without a doubt a Keymaster. That can't be true, that's all. You're on the right track to think accomplices, but it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with, it was Kataro. Let's tell the truth of the fourth trade, shall we? Trade between Mr. Policeman and Kataro. First, when Sue betrayed me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard that happen, I proposed to Kataro that we team up. So in the fourth trade, you two traded your cards? The fourth trade sure ended up punishing the loner. Hold on, Kataro, weren't you passed out during the fourth trade? And I said when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was pissed. But I ended up talking with Kataro and we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Kataro's Keymaster. But I actually went and did this trade myself while Kataro was passed out. Seems Kataro figured it out during the main game and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of the card, even my noticing of Kataro's Keymaster. Seeing you act funny, I was convinced the sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take my tokens back. Kiji noticed me, then came to talk. He persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what Sue was thinking after all, so I trusted Kiji and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens. I mean, Kiji could do the trade himself, but... I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with desire to see justice carried out. He used a whole 50 tokens to trade cards with Muscle Gorilla just to defeat the loner. Huh? Before, Mr. Policeman didn't say he had any tokens. Can't you just make a proper trade? Okay. Okay. You gave him all your tokens? Sure did. And seems like that landed way outside Sewell's ballpark. Shut up. Running out of leeway, are we? I've still got some doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Keiji, why were you able to know about Kataro having the Keymaster? Isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance? So you still don't know. Okie dokie, let's resume the discussion. Power that card, you don't mean. Yeah, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course. The Sage could use clairvoyance even outside the main game? That's what the tablets are for. You didn't intentionally mention it. Unraveled all the mysteries now? This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Kataro's Keymaster. Then I made the fourth trade to swap Kataro's Keymaster and my Sage. Now there isn't any need to discuss the fifth trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you can guess I'm a commoner. Any other questions? Okay. The first card I had as a commoner, Kiji's was Keymaster. And in the first trade, Keymaster was sent to me. Yes. Next, the second trade. Sacrifice went to Kataro and the commoner went to someone else. Then the third trade. Then the fourth trade. Sage went to Kataro. Right. So, you should have been commoner the whole way through. I should have Keymaster. No. I should have Keymaster. And it gets swapped, so you're Keymaster. And give you the Keymaster. But where's the Sage card? Sage is out of place. Kiji should have been a commoner the whole time. So why did Kiji have a Sage at the time of the 4th trade? Kiji's first card being the Keymaster, that was a lie. Kiji had the Sage from the beginning. That. Hasn't he been lying to me the whole time? Are you really going to vote for Sue? Now? Something's not right. We should discuss this a little more. I'm afraid too, but I just get a weird feeling. Are we sure Sue is really a commoner and that Kiji's the Keymaster? In the 5th trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. Right. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah, this is the 5th trade. We should talk about it some. If by any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know? We shouldn't need any more discussion. Kiji? Digging up old conclusions is just gonna make us more lost. It's your turn to die, Sue. That's how this will end. We can't do that, Kiji. As long as we have time, we should seek the truth. Alright. Let's do it. We'll discuss the roles of 4 who are in the final votes. There's someone who moves Sarah's sacrifice via the 5th trade. If Kiji Shinogi is the Keymaster, then the sacrifice should be Sue, Kana, or Now. Yes? Is Alona really a commoner? Should we believe that? Sue is convinced the whole time Sarah traded away the sacrifice. In other words, Kana or Now, which of them would have the sacrifice? I don't believe it. Kiji and Katara are lying. Right. Not to say Sue fell for Kiji's trick. The location of the sacrifice or any other card, he didn't know one lick about the truth. If he'd stolen my tablet when he knocked me out, maybe he could learn my card. Tablet. No, you didn't. Katara, you're saying you had your tablet on you at all times, yes? Take a look, it's right here. And when you woke up, where was it? On the table. I'd call that being off you. The tablet Katara has now is a spare. The tablet I picked up was lying near you when you passed out. I would assume this is Katara's original tablet. It's because Sue took the tablet from Katara. But the lock by fingerprints. Sure, but while near him, he could bypass that by simply pressing the fainted Katara's finger to it. And so, we arrive at our outrageous truth. Depending on when Sue looked at the tablet, he might have seen through our entire strategy. The worst time for it would be after the 4th trade. That's when Katara had the Sage and I had the Keymaster. But if he saw the tablet then, he could use Katara's Sage power to know I was the Keymaster. Shoot, you got me. Or maybe not. Wonder if I'm acting right now. Not good. There's the possibility Sue has the sacrifice. It's no good. We shouldn't vote for Suhuyori. Guess not. You can vote for Miss Kana or Miss Now. Whichever you'd like. Oh. Well then, let's resume the discussion, guys. We'll discuss who it's safe to vote for. We gotta find one with the least chance of having a sacrifice. Suhuyori must be avoided at all costs, for we don't know what he's thinking. But between the Bucket Girl and Big Sis Now, is there any real big difference? You need a certain amount of tokens to take the sacrifice from Sarah in the 5th trade. Right, yeah. If you consider the token counts, you'll get your answer. I don't know the one who did this trade. What possibilities are there? All I can think of is tokens. Bucket Girl had a lot, and Big Sis now only had a little. Tokens. Like Jin says, now had hardly any tokens. Surely she couldn't have been the one to take the sacrifice from Sarah. Then now is the one with the least likelihood. This isn't right. Fix this now. Least likelihood? Are you gonna kill me with such vague reasoning? Please, have another discussion. You're right, we can't end this discussion. What are you saying? I just remembered something. There was a way anyone could get tokens. Miss Sarah, you know it too, don't you? By stealing tokens from Marco's body. I knew you could do it. Big Sis now wouldn't do such a thing. But it's true, when I went to check the body, the tokens were already gone. And now is closely inspecting the room of lies. Nah, it ain't just now who could have done it. Couldn't any of us have gotten those tokens? In other words, everyone has the potential to possess a sacrifice. It all ends with a game of trust. Then the last action is going to be the key. What were each of us doing at the time of the 5th trade? As in, just before the main game started? Hope you can find the sacrifice. Okay. We have to determine based on Sue, Kana, and Nao's actions at the time of the 5th trade. I was sitting on the stairs thinking about everything that had happened. I was on the laptop in the winner's room the whole time. Will you believe that? Kana wasn't really doing anything, just wandering absent-mindedly. Did anybody see what the three were doing? I was moving rubble with Keiji Shinogi. I didn't see what those three were up to. I was searching all by myself to see if there were any other exits. Right. I rested out for a second while moving that debris. All I can prove is Keiji Shinogi's alibi. Are you hiding something, Kana? Come to think of it, I feel like you were the only one I didn't see around then. Really, where were you? I mean, I was looking for something I dropped. The hope of escape had vanished. I couldn't even stand up. Everything I'm saying is true. Sarah, please save me. There's also a ring-up box right in front of me. What do you think, Miss Sarah? Come to think of it, didn't you tell me you found something while searching? Yeah, there's a smartphone on the stairs. But it wouldn't let me make calls. It was useless for escape. Right, you were on the stairs. Okay. Kana, was it a smartphone you lost? How did you know? I bet it's the same smartphone found in Kana's first trial room. Jin, tell me, where did you pick that up? It was a ways down the stairs. How clumsy. She must have dropped it while we were all climbing the stairs, surely. That's not it. Think back for me. When we were climbing the stairs, Sue and Kana were walking in front. If she had dropped the phone then, everyone should have noticed. In short, this was only dropped after we all climbed to the exit. Kana dropped it while descending the stairs. What did she descend for? Why did you try to hide this, Kana? Mixer Sarah, there's a message on this phone. Right, that's for Kana's sister. Miss. Please give that back. Hold on, did you write this, Kana? But Kana's big sister is already dead. Could it be the sister in this messages? Surely not. Is that right, Kana? Your sister here is me. Yes, I know it's strange, but Kana, you're... And so you wanted to save Sarah that much? Yes. Wait, Kana, was it you who traded away Sarah's sacrifice? To avoid using the ring-up box in the winner's room, you returned to the 3rd floor to trade. Hey now, you're talking like Kana's. Are you saying she took the sacrifice to protect Sarah? What worthless reasoning. That's all a load of... No, it's all correct. You idiot, don't say anything. Kana did the 5th trade. She won't hide the truth anymore. Kana! She really did it to protect me. She took the sacrifice for herself. This is just the worst outcome. Such foolishness. Sue, you caught on at some point, didn't you? That's why you're trying to move the votes toward Kana. Shut up. Since there was no other way for Kana to survive, Please wait. Will you listen carefully to what Kana has to say? With the 5th trade, Kana switched her card and Sarah's card. When she knew escape wasn't impossible anymore, she had no idea what to do. Then she looked at the phone. Seeing her sister's words calmed her heart, and she came to despise herself for not being able to do anything. This whole time, Kana had kept just betraying. Her sisters, the others, Sarah. She just had a feeling that Sue had sent the sacrifice to Sarah. Kana doesn't get the complicated trade talk. She can't even reason out who gave what. So, she was certain of just one thing. Because Sarah's so kind, she couldn't trade the sacrifice to anyone. Kana, she didn't want to let Sarah die. And also, she didn't want to make Sue a murderer. That seemed more painful to her than her own death. So she traded for her commoner for Sarah's sacrifice. But the card she received was a commoner. What? Kana doesn't understand either. She's sure she traded cards with Sarah, but it wasn't a sacrifice. It's all true. Please believe me. Interesting. Sue said he was gonna hack the cards. I can't believe Bucket Girl. She's lying to try and confuse us. Well, maybe Kana just messed up when she was trading with or something? Some unique situation that caused the roll to just disappear? It was a machine error. Maybe the tablet broke and the trade went wrong? The truth. Who was doing that? This might be a sort of synonym, but Sue was spending his remaining time messing with the laptop in the winner's room, right? I wonder, did he have the card data then? Because, I mean, there isn't anyone but Sue who could cause an irregularity, is there? Maybe the influence of Sue's hacking is sent into the roll data or something. Some nice evidence. Sue's hardly saying anything. Maybe Sue hacked it. If it isn't Kana's mistake, then... Okay. Maybe this. Okay. that. Sort out. Okay, let's get this all straight. Right. Maybe just to refute. There's no items I can think of. Oh, there we go. There was a possibility, something separate from Sis hacking and an irregularity that definitely occurred. The transgression by Floor Master Gashu. Excuse me? Remember what Miley said before the main game. Gashu, are you listening? You've really gone and mucked things up. You made a flagrant transgression, one that shakes the very core of the main game. And despite being such a huge transgression, it hasn't shown itself at all thus far. And now this illogical movement of the cards is tormenting us. Could this be variation of Gashu's transgression? If we believe Kana, that's the only explanation. So Uncle Krebstash manipulated the movement of the cards? But for the Floor Master, what would be the merit of doing that? There's some. That's why Gashu pushed us to the argument. Quite the off-mark inference. Is it alright for you to be using your time on this? If you haven't engaged in misconduct, then promise us. I know the Floor Master's code. If we can expose your transgression, then this main game won't count. We demand a second attempt 24 hours later. You know just everything, don't you? As to be expected from Miss Sarah Chiduin. Promise or no promise, I will simply carry out my dirtiest for code. You for real? You said it. Within 24 hours, we could re-attempt our escape. But are you certain? If you cannot prove it, you will only be losing time to spend on other reasoning. So, please tell us the truth. The other possibility is that you did some sort of hacking to the roll cards. If we know this claim is true or not, we can fight. Let's all combine our forces to win an extension. Kana, yes? You really don't have the sacrifice? It's okay. Kana really doesn't have the sacrifice. I didn't access the roll cards. I didn't do any hacking to them. That's the truth, Miss Sarah. No lies, no tricks. Alright? Let's quit deceiving each other. Let's work to expose Gashu's transgression. Just what I wanted to hear. Together, we'll expose Gashu's misdeed. Alright. It's blue now. Gashu had something to trade from tampering gained from tampering with the trade. Perhaps he sent the sacrifice to someone who wanted to kill. Or do you think there was someone Gashu didn't want to die? Is there an answer in the clues we have left? Maybe the sacrifice wasn't actually sent to somebody. Gashu's transgression was making the sacrifice vanish. Things unsinkable, but it's just one possibility. There is something curious about the antagonism between Gashu and Miley. Out of all the evidence we've seen so far, is there anything related to this transgression? There is. Okay, ponder. First card I had was Comet. Kiju was a sage. Kiju traded someone's Keymaster with my Commoner. Apparently the power of the Sage. Yeah, that's not what we need to look at. Kana tried to sacrifice herself by swapping my sacrifice. Kana received a Commoner. I believe Kana, this oddity must be Dante's transgression. Right. Now hasn't... We don't know now. Okay, let's keep looking. The person with the sacrifice card is real likely to die. That's why Gashu meddled. Like, I don't want them to die, so I'll move the sacrifice to someone else. Who's them here? The obvious, the person who normally ends up having the sacrifice. Kana. Gashu had something gained from tampering with the trade. It's out there, but in reality, Gashu's an ally. No. Or maybe I'll try saying there isn't. New evidence that hasn't come up in discussion. Unused evidence. Alright, we gotta try that again. Some yet unused evidence. Okay. Oh, okay. The only clue that hasn't been used yet is this roster. That's just like the torn up paper. Why do you have that? Huh? Cursor handing internal documents to participants. Gosh, what is this roster? What indeed? You did good. Gosh, you made a slip of the tongue. You freaked him out. What do you mean? Kai was a whole lot fluttered playing dumb. What meaning could these papers have? I can't even guess, but there's value in solving this mystery. We ain't got time. Let's thoroughly talk out anything suspicious about this roster. There are 4 bond sheets and 4 names on each sheet. Besides our names, there's a bunch of names I never even heard. This roster doesn't seem to be sorted by name. There are participants whose names aren't on this. The roster, it's reminding me of something. If you want to look closely at the roster, tell Mr. Policeman. Okay, save. There we go. Let's take a look. Okay. So there's... Okay. Would have made this roster probably mildly. It's what Gosh's reaction seemed to indicate. Is there no follow-up to these sheets? Is that so? Okay. Says their names. Kurumuda, Hayasaka, Kanashi, Suguri, and of tons of other peeps I don't know. Were these people who died in the first trial before they could meet us? That might be it. How many people these kidnappers gotta kill till they're satisfied? Now's not the time to get emotional. Hold up a sec, there are participants whose names aren't on this. Joe isn't on this either. What are you trying to say? Sorry, no ill will meant. I'm just laying out the facts to reason from. Counting them now, there are 4 of us participants whose names aren't listed in here. Look at this, the names are sorted by percentage. What sort of statistic are these numbers supposed to represent? Roster. I remembered it. The bar on the first floor, there was a list of names on the blackboard. Now that you mention it, there was a roster too. But I couldn't possibly call everyone's name. I memorized it. Canned drink was Alice, Kai, Kazumi, Kiji, Shunsuke, Su, Naomichi, Mai, Megumi, Reko, Utaro. Canned drink was Anzu, Kana, Jin, Kugi, Sarah, Joe, Nao, Hinaku, and Maru. Alright. Fix this area, your roster. It's missing the names Kai, Sue, Kugi, Joe, and Nao. That's 5. Sue, what did you just say? Huh? That there are 4 people's names missing. Kai, Sue, Kugi, Joe, and now aren't listed, so that's 5. Huh? I guess I rushed and miscounted. Sarah, this ain't time to be poking at little mistakes like that, alright? No, that mistake wasn't a trivial issue. Why did Sue get it wrong? That's what's important. Gosh, you tell us how many participants were dragged into the death game. That would be 20. There are 16 listed on the roster. If we add an unlisted 5, doesn't that cover 21 people? 1 too many. What's that mean? There were exactly 20 names on the blackboard. Let's compare the names on the paper roster with those on the blackboard. Blackboard names are like this. First, the 5 listed on the roster are Kai, Sue, Kugi, Joe, and Nao. Let's remove those 5. On the first sheet, all 4 names are present. Similarly, all 4 names are here. Third sheet. This one too. The fourth sheet. Shin Tsukimi, the only person not on the blackboard. We've derived a 21st person. What's going on? Just who is this person? One of us. Okay, let's calm down. What does this mean? An alias? If someone is using an alias, let's see. Shin Tsukimi is one of us, and they rewrote their alias on the blackboard. No way. Interesting. If we follow that logic, Shin Tsukimi has already been identified. What do you say? Sarah, let's work this out. If all the names on the roster are real, someone not on the roster. It's one of the people not on the paper roster. Kai, Sue, Kugi, Joe, and now. Right, you are. Alright, let's discuss those 5 names. This is my real name. Professor Mishima always called me Miss Now, remember? I'm using my real name. It was written there at the prize exchange, right? Kugi is the name of Kana's sister. Big Bro Joe is using fake name, and Big Cicero to figure it right away. Kai's name was on his laptop. Based on the email logs, that should be his real one. Of course it is. Good. Please believe me, Sarah. Kuki is the name of Kana's sister. It's a real name, of course. I would never forget my precious sister's name. Kai's name was on his laptop. What's the matter, Kiji? I was just impressed by how calmly you could lie. Lie? Sarah, recall the prize exchange. Remember, there were photos, but no names anywhere. Oh, is that right? I must have had it wrong. Sue, what exactly are you afraid of? You said you'd tell the truth, right? To defeat Gashu together. We're your allies. Try trusting us, Sue. No. Shin Tsukimi. Sue is Shin Tsukimi. I want to trust you all too. But Okay. I got this. Ooh. Slipper fella. I don't know if that worked. Okay, it did. So, this is the moment to reveal your true self. My real name is Shin Tsukimi. I'll tell you everything, even the secret of that roster. Yeah, because that's exactly the same as what I got in my first trial. It's the victory rates for the percentage. That's the word percentage things on the left. Those are everyone's chances of surviving the death game to the end, their odds of winning. Foolishness, how would they know such a thing? They use the AIs to run tests. Right, they ran simulations of innumerable death games, all done entirely digitally. They explained at horrible length to me how accurate this data was, and I saw my own percentage. I absolutely can't survive this death game. That's why I had to abandon myself. I didn't want to die. I can't stop shaking. I'm gonna be killed. Everyone will vote for me and kill me. I don't want that. Shadow illuminated by light. Just a random question, but do you know what majority vote is? Strength in numbers. You're a helpless sheep who will be eaten by the strong. If you don't want to die, you change. I threw Shin Tsukimi away. Well, I assume the name Sue Hiyori. Was he an acquaintance? I wonder. Dear me, what a heart-wrenching tale, but time has expired, everyone. Ah, sorry, it's nearly time for voting. Hold on a sec, our discussion. Did you make any progress? It was all unrelated to my transgression. Revealing the truth of the roster, did that make any progress? Shinsukumi, do you have any more info on this roster? If I did, I wouldn't hide it now. Sarah, is there any more evidence that proves his transgression? There isn't. Are you giving up, Sarah? I rewrote the blackboard, and also, I destroyed my own monitor in the monitor room. I've told you everything. So please save me. Win us an extension, please. Okay. Sarah, this is our last chance. Let's think mad about anything connected to this transgression. Yeah, I know. Guys, our discussion is definitely progressing. We unraveled the mystery of the roster. Let's trust that the truth of the transgression lies beyond that answer. This is your final discussion. Use it meaningfully. Hi, Blue! Got it. The roster lists the chances of survival for the participants in the death game. Shin is so silly. Yeah, I only just found out that he was Shin. It's interesting. I don't know what's up with him. Because he lies so much, I don't know. I don't know if he's still lying, because there's been so many times that he was like, I'm telling the truth now, and then it wasn't the truth. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. You said they determined the chances of victory by running simulations with AIs, right? Is there something about these sheets that we're still overlooking? Indeed, the most unusual aspect is the fact that there are only 16 names. I played this a while ago. I can't wait till you play more. It's so good. Oh yeah, I've been playing this game for like quite the few past live streams. I don't know how much farther it goes for. I've been keeping notes on it because I have a whole notepad open for it. If Sue is an Elias, that means there's actually 4 not listed, right? Kai, Kuki, Joe, and now we're the 4 not on the roster. Kinda curious how Sarah's chances of victory are the highest. Right. Yeah, why is my chances of victory the highest? Let's check it together, Sarah. Okay, are you not gonna say anything about that? Is there something about these sheets we're still overlooking? We've established chances of victory with everyone's real names, but, for instance, we haven't touched on them yet, so maybe there's something odd about the occupations. Sue is an Elias, there's actually 4 not listed. Can't think of any common points between those 4, but maybe we can figure out something in common between the 16 who are on the roster. The roster list is a chance of survival for participants. Even I wasn't told many more differences. There's still a good like half the game from your ed, if I remember correctly. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm doing the one on the browser, so this is this isn't the paid version. This is just a free bit on the browser. But yeah, I got a whole lecture on how exact and unmistakable their data was. Do you recall anything else at all? Well, what is it? Now that I think about it, they might have used the word candidates, not participants. Not that there's any difference between participants and candidates, is there? If there's a chance that the kidnappers were using those terms distinctly, then maybe. You said they determined these chances of victory by running simulations with the AIs, right? Our AIs selves must have killed each other over and over to produce this data. Cop, I didn't realize there was a paid one. Oh, okay. The paid one goes like a little bit further, I believe. Our AI selves must have killed each other over and over to produce this data. Then reset to do it all over again. Could the monitor room been the place they did the test runs? Oh wait, they're AIs, so they'd only have to fight digitally. No true reason they'd have to assemble in that room. When I think of it, I heard there was something unique about the AIs in the monitor room. They said they were all candidates who survived the first trial. All the candidates. Kai, Kugi, Joe, and now are the 4 not on the roster. Since we learned Lona's real name, there was no question in C's 4. I don't know what they have in common. There's a mix of living people, not living people, someone we never met. The paid one is the same, and it has bonus mini episodes. Oh, okay. I should not lurk. Alright, thanks for the lurk. Indeed. see, the most unusual aspect is that the fact there are only 16 names here. Shin Tsukimi there stated that this roster shows rather accurate chances of victory. What about the chances for the 4 who aren't listed? Don't you think their actions could even affect the odds for the 16? As for the reason they're not listed, I don't want to think it, but perhaps those 4 are dolls or something. Dolls. Did we get through everyone? Okay, what's the occupations? High school student. Huh. Who's Mai? Do we know Mai? I don't think we know Mai. Right. Sue wasn't a job hopper then. Candidates. Yes. Okay. I think this is it. Unless it's not, what was that? Why did it do that? Hang on. This is about candidates. Are participants and candidates really the same? The participants, those are the 20 people who were brought into this death game. And what are the candidates? Those are the qualifications, the right who fit the conditions to be the ultimate winner. And with that in mind, if Gashu, who swears loyal to the organization, were to make a transgression, he'd try to kill a candidate. There was one of us who didn't have the right to victory, and a non-candidate. Gashu would try to kill them. That's why he tampered with the sacrifice. If you know it now. Who here is not a candidate? Non-candidate. We have Sarah. I'm a candidate. Shin's a candidate. Jin's a candidate. Kana. Where's Now? Oh no, it's Now, isn't it? Yeah, I have to look so I don't accidentally spoil. Oh, okay. Thank you. Now, yes? You have the sacrifice, don't you? Huh? This roster lists the names of the candidates, those who are qualified for victory. Even Shin Tsukimi, with a 0% chance to actually win, is listed. But now, out of us survivors, your name is the only one missing. And in the monitor room too, there is no AI of you. No, there didn't exist a Now AI to begin with. Because you were an outsider who didn't meet the qualifications to be a candidate. And so Gashu tried to kill you. He sent the sacrifice of this high risk of death to Now. That was your transgression, Gashu. Huh. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Well done. Oh, you're slow down. Slow down. Fantastic, simply fantastic. Well done, Miss Sarah. Such overwhelming mind power, such imagination. All of your cooperation, your unity. You solved it. You solved Gashu's shoddy quiz. Yes, indeed. You are the chosen one. Did I just die? What happened? No, we're back. I'm sorry, everyone. I kept quiet about the sacrifice the whole time. When I thought what would happen if we weren't able to expose him, I just couldn't say it. It's entirely reasonable. I might have done the same thing in your situation. Please stop it. All the fault lies with Gashu. Answer me, Gashu. Candidates in the desk game. What does all it mean? I'll say but one thing. Everyone, have you harbored doubts about your upbringing? Eh? That is my first and last hint for you. We're not real! No! Full Master's Code. It is written clearly. There's misconduct. It either proceeds with the transgressor's death, or... Huh? I promise you that I will fulfill my duty as per code. Gashu! Kidding me, stop. Everyone, please earn victory. Oh. No way, this is foolish. No, this is impossible. It should be over. He was going to do this from the start? He easily shot down our hope. This shouldn't have. Safflin, please, it's an emergency, right? Suspend the main game. I can't do that. I can only act as a substitute. You're really going to continue? This is all within the rules. If I refuse, everyone will die. This isn't right. This isn't right at all. I'm begging you. It doesn't have to be 24 hours. At least let us retry. I'm sorry. I'll do anything. Anything, just please. Now, no. And we need to choose two. One of the commoners. You can't kill Kana. Kana may have made mistakes, but like, she's good at heart. Sue or Shin, I don't know what's going on with him. Now's the sacrifice. I'm the keymaster. You can only vote for Sue or Kana. I guess it's clear who you'll vote for. Everyone, won't you vote for Kana? As much as I contribute, everyone's going to choose me. Huh? What are you... Please vote for Kana. What are you saying, Kana? I'm sure you understand. Between Sue and Kana, which of us isn't necessary? Kana already intended to die from the moment she traded for Sarah's sacrifice. Please, this is about the only thing Kana can do. In exchange, I want you to believe in Sue, because he's really not a bad person. Kana, don't be ridiculous, Kana. Sue, self-sacrifice? That's worthless. You really are a kid, Kana. Thoughtless kid with backward notion that thinks if she dies, it'll solve everything. My feelings don't change. Be quiet, Kana. Guys, we have our conclusion. Hurry up and vote. Sarah, you hated me deep down, right? Aren't I awful? You won't get another chance like this. Kana doesn't have any wisdom and can't even hack. I told you to shut up, Kana. Please remember the first main game. We all chose Kai as the victim. For our survival, we didn't choose by feelings, but logic. But wasn't that a mistake? Real failure is wavering. Not trusting your beliefs is weakness. Stop it. And this time, the right thing to do is choose logic so that you can escape. You should choose Kana. Just stop it. It's time to vote. I cannot wait any longer. Touch your voting tablets or everyone will die. Got it. Mr. Policeman, just vote for Kana. Kiji, thank you very much. This ain't a joke. I'm ashamed of you, Kiji. Sacrificing kid for the sake of adults? It's a demonic choice you can't just make. I'm voting for Sue. Alice, you choose Kana, right? I can't choose anyone's little sister. Shin Tsukimi, I'm voting for you. Fine by me. Now if we just vote for ourselves, that's 3-2. Jin, it should be an easy choice for you too. I do hate the loner, but it's not like I want him to die. If you don't choose me, I'll use you next and get you killed. You don't have to take responsibility, Jin. If you vote for Kana, it'll be tied 3-3. Your vote won't cause anyone to die. But then, Vix is Sarah Yurlin. It's okay, Jin. I'll take responsibility. My vote will decide everything. We did it, Sarah. Now? You remember the conditions for the sacrifice to win? Sacrifice wins, even if it's a tie for first. Now Sue has 3 votes, Kana has 3 votes. And as a sacrifice, I can vote for myself twice. Say what? Let's return home together, Sarah. Okay, wait. I've got to ponder on this one. I can't... No, I can't vote for now. That's literally sacrificing... This is... Okay. If it's between Kana and Sue... I don't... or Kiji. What'll happen if those two tie? This choice, I know it's going to affect the whole game. That's why I'm so stressed. Okay, wait. If Kana and Sue tie, what'll happen? Because they're both commoners, right? Right now it's tied 3 for 3. If I vote for Kiji, then they're still tied 3 for 3, right? What'll happen then? Wait. Will something terrible happen if they tie? No, they're just commoners. Will they both die? I can't vote for Kiji because he has the Keymaster and everyone will die. But he doesn't have any votes. Wait, does everyone die even if he gets 1 vote? Right now, it's Kana has 3 votes, Sue has 3 votes, and Now has 2 votes. If I vote for Now, then me and Now will, I guess, run away. If I vote for Kana, she dies, and I vote for Sue, he dies. But Kiji doesn't have any votes. Oh. Okay. It shouldn't count, right? Because it won't make him win. Or lose, I guess. Because he'll only have 1 vote, and those 2 will still have 3. Wait, I need to look up the rules again. Voting rules. Okay. What are the voting rules? Congrats, you have 50 viewers. Thank you. Let's think. Keymaster, if you receive the most votes, everyone, including yourself, loses. But he won't have the most votes, right? If you receive the most votes. It doesn't say anything about commoners tying. If you receive the most votes, if there are more than 4 players, there are multiple commoners, but there cannot be multiples of any other rules. Okay. No one's voted for Kiji yet, right? Can I go through the past? Oh, I don't know if anyone's voted for Kiji. Wait, so how many people are alive right now? Okay. Right. There's... Okay. Let me think. That's 3. Plus 3. That's 6. And Now's voted for herself. That's 7. 8. So I make 8. Let's see. Jin's voted. Kiji. Soon. No. Yeah, that's right. So no one's voted for Kiji, right? Rekko's not there. Kana voted for herself. Katara voted for Sue. Sue voted for himself. Alice. I don't remember what Alice voted for, who Alice voted for. No. Okay. No, so no one's voted for Kiji. So if I vote for Kiji, it'll just tie between Kana and Sue. And he'll have one vote, and it'll be tied between those two. So it'll be fine? Okay. Alright, you know what? Yeah, we're doing it. It'll be fine. Oh, dang it! You ruined my whole plan. Okay. Why would they do that to me? Okay. Well, now I've got to actually think about this. Okay. So, there's Kana. She wants me to vote for her. Sue wants me to vote for him. They both want to sacrifice themselves. So, Sue, let's see. They both lied a lot. But I can't vote for now. Because while we escape, that's like sacrificing everybody else. She didn't choose to be the sacrifice, but like, okay. Oh. Sue has skills that are potentially beneficial. But he's constantly making things more difficult, and he's constantly lying. Whereas Kana doesn't often contribute much. But she does lie a bit, but she's generally more willing to be truthful than Sue is. Okay. This is stressing me out. I'd have to pick Sue, right? He's almost 2 hours. Yeah, I know. Okay. This is like the happy ending for just myself, but I'd have the lives of many people on my hands. Just go with your gut. Okay, I'm going with Sue. Okay. Oh. See, if they let me vote for him, it would have been fine, because he didn't have any votes. Look. Oh. Oh, no. That's just fine, Sarah. Well then, I'll announce the results. The Keymaster was Kiji Shinogi, Sage was Katara Burgerberg, Sacrifice was now Igokoro. I see, so this is your answer, Sarah. Now, it's strange. I couldn't stop shaking from fear, but the moment you decided, that stopped. I'm glad I didn't have to betray you all. Now, I forgot to mention, the second card trade was by me. I traded away the sacrifice card by using the tokens Rekko had on her. So Rekko protected you once again now. You're a close friend to Rekko, there's no question of that. Thank you very much. I wonder if I'll meet the Recco and the professor over there. I really wanted to finish that painting. Well then, it's time for the execution. This is an instant death switch. Unless you want her suffering to be long, you just have to press it. Begin. Don't push it. Don't press it. But now. No. Stop it. Stop it. Professor, I'm sorry. The present I was going to give you, I still couldn't finish it. That's alright. You'll have plenty of time now. Paint to your heart's content now. Yes. Next is Sue. Stop it already. Ally. I'm not gonna die, huh? Think I'll do what you want? I guess that way, huh? It's futile. The facility has a defense system. So it was good to vote for Sue? Oh, no dice after all. No. My final present. What? Where does Sue go? Room corridor. Sue. Even after you got your collar off? No. Even Sue. Huh? Something's off. But for what? Huh? Joe. Is that Sarah? What's going on with me? Joe, is that you, Joe? Sarah, what are you crying for? Even though you're my best friend. Sarah? I vowed to everyone that we would escape together. And yet they've kept dying. Professor Mishba, Kai, and Recco, now and Sue. I can't protect anyone. I can't save anyone. I can't do anything. My heart has buckled under. Get a hold of yourself, Sarah. And Joe, when do you become such a whiner? Those tears don't suit you, Sarah. You're so cold, Joe. You know, we were hanging out all the time before we even knew it, huh? Having stupid talks on summer break, buying junk food after school, getting Ryoko laughing at us. And when my grades tanked, you were the one freaking out, Sarah. Never asked to go sudden. And I remember all those dumb requests you made me sing karaoke. I sang with all I had, so you were cracking up. So fun fact, this music is the only original composition in the entire game. It's called Prayer. Oh, that's cool. It's a good song. Every day was super fun, man. And when bad stuff happened and it wasn't fun, you were there talking to me. Sarah, I feel nothing but gratitude for you. I don't know about all this betrayal or dying, don't have any memory of that part, but I know this. I'll always make choices I can trust, Sarah. Were you thinking I hated you or something? Don't put me down, Sarah. I'm not that self-righteous a guy. So don't cry anymore, Sarah. So cheeky. When you're Joe of all people. Sarah, believe in yourself. I'll always follow you. You know, like a dog. That's right. Guess I should say, well, it's hard for a guy and a girl to say this sort of stuff to each other, but... Love you, Sarah. You're my best friend. I always wanted to say that, too. Joe, you're my best friend. I won't cry anymore. I won't lose. Please always watch me from close by. Thank you, Joe. And also, Sue. It was always clinging to me. The false hallucination I created, but now, I won't look at it anymore. I'll move forward, and I'll end this death game. Sarah, I'm okay now. Big Sis Sarah, that look on your face. Listen to me, everyone. We aren't going to kill each other anymore. They won't make us do that ever again. I'm going to end the death game. I'm on board, no matter how tricky our opponent. I'm gonna fight too. I shall avenge Rekko and Now. I don't want anyone to die either. I'll make them learn Sue's regret. I won't submit anymore. Everyone is prepared. We won't lose our way. Let's claim our future. Oh, that was chapter 2. You're doing well, Sarah. Your father's glad you survived. Now let's begin, shall we? The final death game. Oh. Hey there, can you hear me? Yeah? And I'd like to know soon about that death game we're involved in. It's not anything too difficult, is it? Normal high school girl, Sarah Tudwin, and her best friend, Joe. They were pulled into a cruel death game. Rather than submit to fear, they chose to cooperate with the other participants. At last, the high school teacher, Kazumi Mishima, became the first victim. There was no stopping that they would kill each other. After a cruel majority vote, a homemaker, Kai Sato, died. Sarah's best friend, Joe, died as well, unable to defy his fate. Sarah became tormented by hallucinations. As her heart crumbled, the peril only continued. Now, question. Which of these two died? Yes. Exactly. The next victim was singer-songwriter Rekko. As they desperately tried to grasp escape, enemies gave their very lives to stop it. In the main game occurred much more. Art student, now Ekokoro, died. Now and then another question. Sue died. Next victim was self-described job hopper Sue Hayori. After removing his collar, using the last of his strength, he started up a Joe AI. At last, Sarah reunited with her best friend and awoke from her long nightmare. That game is not over yet. 6 remain. Yep, Echo. I know. Just gotta find a place that'll let me save. Kano is always with her big sister because she loved her a lot, but Kano was always just a brother to her. Even that time when it mattered the most, she couldn't do anything, so she thought she was hated. But that message made her remember that surely her big sister was watching over her, so she had to stay strong on her own. But But well, the truth is she knew that it wasn't her sister that wrote that message. There's people who try to protect Kana. There's people who work to encourage her. So she doesn't want anyone else to die, because they're all such kind people. Everyone, this floor will be closed off soon. Please proceed to the next floor quickly, or else your callers will. Yeah, I know. Miss Sarah, could it be that you're cured? Of my hallucinations, you mean? I felt like I've been having a bad dream. I tortured myself with hallucinations of my own making, but I've woken up now. We won't lose to the likes of you. Right. Best of luck then, Miss Sarah. Just what I've come to expect. You always stand right back up, Sarah. It's not like it's on my power alone. You mean Sue. Can't say I had a handle on him up to the very end, because I kept getting used and falling for lies. But it's the truth that he tried to protect Kana. Guess so. You gotta live on for his sake, Kana. Don't go thinking about self-sacrifice no more. Yes. And for Big Sis Now's sake, too. That's why we gotta pull out all the stops now. Then should we not head to the next floor now? I wouldn't care for my call over activating. We'll restart our escape plan once we're on the next floor. This time let's escape for sure. I might say she's gotten stronger. With each sacrifice we change. That's right, so no one's death will be in vain. Let's get a move on, everyone. Right, after you, partner. Alright. I will save here. And we will call that for today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I will stream again next week, Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. We will go live and we will continue the rest of the game, beginning of Chapter 3. So I will see you all there. Let's see if we can raid anyone tonight. Let's take a look. No, not like I'm following anyone. Okay. We'll just call it there then. Thank you all. And I will see you all next week. Bye!